Being part of the Palomar chapter of Active Minds is among the most rewarding experiences you are able to be part of at Palomar College. It's an opportunity to take part in a nationwide movement involving the betterment of the people around you. And really, what greater thing can you do for yourself than to help others? At the heart of Active Minds lie love, kindness, and the promotion of mental health. We exist to take away from the stigma created in our own modern society concerning things like depression, anxiety, false body image, suicide thoughts, and the like.
One of the most fundamental differences between our club and others is that our activities are created to impact all people rather than the members of the clubs themselves. Core activities like Eating Disorder Awareness Week, Suicide Prevention Week, and Love on a Leash are geared in such a way that they impact all students. A great number of people have been blessed by our club, most of which are not members but ordinary students. Though Active Minds holds a certain presence with students at Palomar, it's also worth noting that many staff like teachers, professors, deans, and counselors also see us as a group of mental health advocates. We have been privileged enough to be able to hold seminars and workshops specifically for Palomar staff and how they interact with students in a healthy way. The idea that the staff perceives humble students like us to have wisdom worth sharing is beyond worthwhile.
We believe that Active Minds is a catalyst for change. A personal dream of mine is that one day we will treat those who are depressed like those who are ill. We treat them with compassion and mercy and forward our efforts to them returning to their health. We are the type of people who can promote such a change. We see that people with our view don't have a proper place in modern society, and rather than change our view, we will try to change the world around us. That is what it means to be part of Active Minds.
What got you involved in Active Minds? So what got you involved in Active Minds?
Almost 2 years ago, I was going through some personal issues as far as depression. And I came in to see my counselor, Lori.
Well, the first thing that caught my attention about Active Mind is sense silent packing.
And we were discussing my classes, and it got a little personal, so she brought up the fact that she wanted to introduce Active Minds.
One day I was walking from one class out to a cafeteria to get my lunch, right? And then I see a whole bunch of backpacks all over the ground. Just wondering, what is all this? Went over, picked up one backpack, read a story. Wow, that was really impacting. Read another story on another backpack, so on and so forth.
Actually, the first reason I joined Active Minds was because our president at the time, her name was Ashley Fisher, was really pretty. And so that's pretty much the only reason I got involved first, is because I wanted to talk to our pretty president. But over time, I really grew to love what I do here, and I stuck with it.
How does Active Minds help you on your daily life?
Being a part of Active Minds really adds value, like a sense of value to my experience here at Palomar. I know I'm doing things that are worthwhile.
Hey Shadi, we know you took the time to write down on your own the answers to all these questions. And I gotta ask right now, how does Active Minds help you on your daily life?
When I'm stressed about school or work, the music helps me calm down.
Lasting and impactful, so it really creates a sense of value in my day-to-day life.
Hey Lori, you and Karen are the counselors that helped started Active Minds here at Palomar. What got you involved in Active Minds?
I had gone to a conference on mental health issues, and they actually had an Active Minds organization, a club there from another college, and they got up and did a presentation about 500 people, and I was so impressed with the club. And so Lori Myers and I came back on campus and got it started here.
Active Minds which is to increase student awareness of mental health issues. So at that time, Karen and I decided, Karen Husky, who is the other Active Minds advisor, we decided we wanted to bring Active Minds to Palomar College, so that's what we did, and that was 2 years ago.
Well, it's getting information out to students about mental health, it's giving resources, it's taking the stigma away, it's letting students know, hey, I'm not alone.
So since then, we've worked with a lot of really great students and have interacted with a lot of people trying to bring awareness of mental health issues as well as to attempt to reduce that stigma that does center around mental illness. And some of the ways that we have tried to accomplish this goal is we have brought a lot of guest speakers talking about suicide prevention, awareness, how to manage your stress, anxiety, depression, eating disorders, as well as we've brought a lot of events to Palomar College mainly last year.
We've done some wonderful events like Send Silence Packing, which is a national suicide prevention event, and we had a lot of students actually come up who were suicidal that week, and they said because of the event they were no longer suicidal because of all the resources and help. So that's one example.
My favorite event that we have brought is Send Silence Packing, and that is where the main office of Active Minds, which is in Washington, D.C., they came and they brought 1,100 backpacks to Palomar College. Each backpack represented a college student who had taken their own life, had committed suicide. It was a very meaningful, touching event. Is that the statistic is that every year 1,100 college students commit suicide. So this event brought a lot of awareness to the seriousness of suicide, that it does happen each and every day.
We've had National Stress Out Day where we have therapy dogs, and students have come up and said, oh my gosh, this has helped me so much before my test and my midterm.
Active Minds does is wants to reach out to students that if they're feeling depressed, they're feeling down, how important it is to reach out and get help. That's one of the huge things of Active Minds, is not only to increase awareness of mental health issues, but for students to reach out and to get help and encourage students to do that.
Because it's a great organization to be involved in, it's very organized, it helps others. Again, it gets the information to students regarding mental health issues, it gets resources to students, it helps take the stigma away.
I'm super excited about this fall. We have a group of great students, and so we're excited to do the events, and we can reach out to people and have Active Minds grow and just touch one person. This whole group and organization.
It's also really good for students to get involved and be active in something that helps others. And it also, on a kind of a just to help the individual student, it's really good for their resume, and it's good for them in terms of applying to colleges. So I have some students who are nursing students and psychologists. It's just really good for your career as well.
What do you enjoy most about Active Minds? What do you enjoy most about Active Minds?
I enjoy the hiking trip and going to school for readings.
What I enjoy most about Active Minds,
Mostly the people. Like, I really enjoy being able to comfort, counsel, just the students that see us as mental health advocates.
Once I stepped in, I start to see how friendly people are to everybody else.
Those experiences where I get to talk to people and just go through their lives and give advice or, comfort or anything of that matter is really, really a blessing for me.
And I'm starting to see how these people can really impact a whole community college together, if not the world, by the things they're doing. And from then on, I just got caught up and started off.
and just to give others that hope and just bring a smile on their face.
From getting involved in Active Minds, how do you see the club's future?
From getting involved in Active Minds, how do you see the club's future?
Well, Active Minds is a group of
It's only getting better. Our club feels more, at least for myself, as family. It's helped me through some of my issues. We're learning some skills to help others.
Well, I'm very excited to see what is coming up for the incoming school year in the fall.
Let's look at the past, how it started. It started with a young lady whose brother committed suicide, and this was back in 2003. And from then on, that young lady thought it's because of the
really impactful people. And I think that impactful people are those whose ideas and views don't fit in the world, and rather than change themselves, they would change the world. And I think that's what Active Minds is a group of.
From then, 2003 till now, 2014, short 11 years. It's gone all over the nation.
And we're only just getting out there to people and what we represent. So the future looks amazing to me as far as how there's no limit.
Active Mind provide that kind of environment. From what I've seen, I'm sure that's all over the nation. So to see what happens in the future, I'm sure if Active Minds is in every single campus, and is promoted well enough by faculty and is well known to the general public in campus and outside of campus, it'll probably stop every single campus shooting there ever is and ever will be. It'll probably reduce a lot of ODs. It'll probably reduce a lot of campus stress-related tragedies. And that's what I believe Active Minds is aiming for. Will you suggest Active Minds for others, and why?
Yes, I would, because we really need members, and that's you. We need you. So please help. Join us, and together we'll rule the galaxy.